Hi guys, welcome. Thomas and I are going to guide you through a floor sequence today. So just pay attention to my verbal cues and look at Thomas and let's get going. All right, so I'm going to have Thomas come into our tabletop position first. So if you just look at his alignment real quick, he's going to have his hands spread wide on the mat. His hands are right under his shoulders, so he's stacking his bone on bone here. His knees are hip distance apart on the mat and stacked right under his hips. Right, from here, he's going to take a big inhale, lift his head up, curve his back. Good, I'm coming in for a cat pose. Then exhale here and round your back. Really push up to the ceiling. Exhaling here and inhale, lift your head. Good. And exhale. Keep going here at your own rhythm. Inhaling as you lift, and exhale as you round your back. And another. Inhale last time. Exhale here. Come to a neutral spine, straight back. Starting position. Good. We're going to come into a floating tabletop. So Thomas is going to curl his toes under. Then he's just going to lift his knees off the mat, just about 10 centimeters. Good. And then he's going to hold and breathe here. Good. One big inhale here and then exhale. Push back to downward dog. Good. And come back into your floating tabletop. Lower down, never touching the mat. And rise back up. Good. And keep going. Lower down, never touching the mat with your knees. Push back up. Downward dog. Keep going a few times here. Really engage your core here. Push your hips back. Try to keep your legs straight in your downward dog. Push your heels towards the floor. Good. And then pause here in your downward dog. Breathe. And then from here, he's just going to roll forward into a plank pose. Pushing his torso forward. Good. So again, look at his alignment here. His hands are spread wide on the mat, fingers. Hands are right below his shoulders. He's again stacking bone on bone here. It's a straight line from the top of his head all the way down through his spine to his heels. Good. Now here you might want to try and see if you can lift one leg off the mat. Slowly up, hold and breathe, and then come back down with that leg. Good. Now change. Good. And lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. One more. Good. Come back down. Last one on each side. Good. And push back to downward dog. Pause and breathe. This is a resting pose here. Good. So you want to make sure that your back is straight, right? We want to keep our hips pushed back, straight legs, and really pushing our heels down towards the mat. So you're going to use your fingers to kind of push yourself away. Good. From here, he's going to take a big inhale, lift his right leg off the mat. High up. Perfect. And then he's going to bend at the knee and really rotate open his hips, maybe looking under that shoulder up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Good. Straighten that leg. Come back down to the mat. And then inhale, left leg up. And bending at the knee, rotating open those hips. Good. Come back down, straighten the leg. One more time on each side. Breathe here. Good. Straighten the leg. and come back down. Last one. Lift up, bend at the knee, rotate open. Good, and come back down. Perfect. All right, this is where it gets fun. Gonna inhale your right leg straight to the sky. Good. Now we're gonna move in for our plank pose with that leg lifted high. Here he's gonna lower down to our chaturanga, keeping that leg lifted, pushing up to a cobra or an upward facing dog. Push back, downward dog. Good. One more time on the other side. Inhale, left leg straight up. Push forward into plank. And lower down. Keep those elbows close into your body as you lower down. Push back up. Downward facing dog. One more time on each leg. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, push forward plank all the way down. Perfect. And inhaling up, cobra. Push back, downward dog. And one more. Inhale up. Push forward. Lower. Inhale, upward dog. Push back, downward dog. Good. Breathe here. Pause. Good. We're going to take 2 small steps with our feet just a little closer to our hands. So now our downward dog is now a little shorter stand. Good. Going to drop to right forearm, then the left forearm, clasping hands in front of your head. And then just bring your right leg up. Rotate open your hips as we did before. Look under that shoulder. Dolphin pose. Straighten the leg. Come back down. And change. Left. Bend at the knee. Rotate open your hips. Breathe. Come back down. Slowly push back up. Right hand first. And then the left. Good. Breathe. Stay in your short downward dog here. And then big inhale here. And then exhale. Bring your right hand to your left ankle. So you're reaching across. Really twisting here. Looking under that shoulder. Revolve downward dog. And release. Good. Same on the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Reach for your ankle. Breathe. Good. And release. Keep that short stand. Now drop to your left forearm, then your right. Dolphin pose. Clasp your hands in front of you. Yes. Inhale. Left leg up. Rotate open those hips. And come back down. Inhale. Right leg up. And bend at the knee. Rotate open. Breathe. And come back down. Push up with your left hand first and then your right. Good. And then step back to your downward dog. Breathe. This is our resting pose. Good. Gonna inhale, right leg straight up in the air. Yes. Step up between your hands. Just step as far as you can. Perfect. Dropping the back knee to the mat. Flipping that foot so it's flat on the mat behind you. We're going to come up for a low lunge. Inhaling, arms up. Really sink your hips into the mat. Perfect. Breathe. All right. Now we're going to switch, moving our hips backwards. Really straightening that front leg. Flex the front foot. Good. And come forward to our low lunge. Push. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, move back. Push those hips back. Hanumanasana. Good. Inhaling up. Arms up. Low lunge. Good. One more time back. Really flex that front foot. Good. And one more time. Arms up. Inhale. And then on an exhale here, just drop your hands in front of you. Yeah, we're going to move that foot outside to the edge of the mat, placing your hands on the inside of your foot. All right, here we're going to drop to our forearms. Good, coming in for lizard. You can keep that knee on the mat or you can lift it if you want to. Just hold and breathe here for lizard pose. Good. And when you're ready, just come back up onto your hands slowly. Step back with that right leg. Step back, maybe to your plank, or just push to your downward dog. That's fine. Breathe. Good. One more time on the other side. Lift that left leg up in the air. Straight up. Good. Step up between your hands. Coming in for low lunge. Drop your knee to the mat. Flatten your foot behind you. Inhaling, arms up. Good. And exhale. Move your hips back. Perfect. Inhale forward, arms up. And exhale, move back. Keep going. Inhaling up. And exhale, push back. One more time. Inhale forward, arms up. Exhale, drop your hands to the mat. And then again, hands on the inside of your foot. Good. Drop to your forearms. Drop. And come in for lizard. Again, you can keep your knee, the back knee here, you can keep that on the mat, foot flat behind you, if this is too much, or you can straighten it. Yogi's choice. Good. And when you're ready, just slowly come back up onto your hands. And step back, maybe to your plank or just to your downward dog. That's fine. Good. All right, this is where it gets fun. We're going to hop or just step to the top of the mat, whatever you feel like. All the way up. Perfect. Now we're going to come in for a arm balance pose here. So really pay attention. You can play with this at home if you want to. But first of all, we're going to keep our hands spread on the mat. Wide fingers is going to help your balance, all right? Your hands are going to be about shoulder distance apart on the mat. And here, you see Thomas is kind of in a squat position. He's going to lift his bum up a little, really creating space here in his torso. He's going to see if he can place his knees in his armpits. It's very important that you get high up, right? Really creating that space. Gauging your core here. He's going to slowly lean forward, all right? Once you feel like you have balance, you can come up on lifting off the mat, coming in for your crow pose. When you're ready, you just come out of it and then maybe try again, all right? Pushing back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Good. And then just slowly drop to your knees. Perfect. Come in for a back bend pose here. We're going to come in for a camel pose. So we want to flip our toes behind us here. Really curl your toes under. Your knees are going to be hip distance apart on the mat. Stacked right under your hips. Your hips are going to stay above those knees the whole time. All right? So first we're going to place our hands on our lower back. Yeah, really opening up our chest. Good. This is a back bend, so just take it slow and easy here. We're going to push our hips forward kind of as we open our chest, leaning our head back. Good. It's very important you don't drop those hips leaning back. You might want to reach for your heels with both hands. Good. And breathe. Perfect. And when you've had enough, just slowly come back up. Good. Flatten your feet behind you. Sit back into your heels. Good. Pause here. And just as you are, just slowly fold forward and drop your forehead to the mat. Counter pose here. And come back up slowly. Gonna come back up onto your knees again here. And then shift on the mat. So you're now on the long side. All right. Good. So Thomas is going to start by extending his right leg out to the side. Flatten that foot on the mat. You see how his foot is parallel to the edge of the mat. We want our toes to point straight forward. Right hand is softly resting on his knee. He's not pushing down on this knee. He's going to inhale the left arm up. And then exhale. He's going to lean to the side. Reach, really stretch that side. All right. It's important here that you push that shoulder back, really opening up the side. Look up to the ceiling. Good. Come back down. Drop that right knee to the mat. And then extend the right leg out. Point those toes forward. Hand resting on the knee. Inhaling, arm up. And exhale, lean, stretch. Good. Release. One more time on each side. Extend that right leg out. Inhale, arm up. And then exhale, reach for the side. Good. And come back down. Last one, extend left leg out. Inhale. Exhale here. Perfect. And release. All right, just stay where you are on the mat, but come to a seated position, flat on your bum. Yes, so we're going to open our legs wide here for a wide-legged forward fold. So you want to just kind of see if you can get your heels out towards the corner of the mat, all right? Good. We want to keep our feet flexed throughout this pose, all right? Really engaging our quads here. Good. It's important to have a straight back, so imagine there's a string pulling you up by the head here. Good. So Thomas is going to take a big inhale here, and then on an exhale, he's going to fold at his hips, all right? So he's not just curling forward, he's actually reaching forward, long straight back, all right? And you can use your hands to kind of walk forward slowly. You might come all the way down as Thomas and maybe reach for your toes. And breathe. Good. And when you've had enough, just slowly come back up. Slowly bring your feet back together. Come in for a comfortable seated position. And that's all for today. Thank you.